Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. My name is James Shelton, and I am your instructor for Bible 202, Jesus, the Focus of Scripture. And I want to welcome you to this course. And this is officially the beginning of week 1. And with that being said, I would like to walk you through the first week of the course and also show you a couple of attachments to the course to help you get a really good start. So here in week 1, you'll notice here on the modules page for the course, which you can find by going down on the left-hand side of the screen, the menu on the left-hand side of the screen to modules. You simply click on modules and this page will come up. Scroll down past getting started, and we're going to begin this video with the useful tools. And I want to point your attention to the first one, the journal entry, summary, and response paper instructions, because you do have a journal entry for this week. And this is a paper summarizing what you believe here at the start of the course is the essence of Jesus's mission in the Gospels. We're asking you in this journal to draw from your prior knowledge of the text of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and your own experiences, but also to make sure that your thoughts are well reasoned and consider the evidence of the New Testament. When appropriate, please mention specific texts that support your assessment. It should be 500 words in length, and we'll be looking at style of writing for poor grammar and lack of coherent and well-articulated thought. So those are the instructions for your week 1 journal. We will discuss journal 2 as we get closer. This is going to be significantly longer, but it is at the end of the course. And you can actually go ahead and take a look at the instructions for that, as well as for the Luke summary paper, which is due for week 4, and the Philip Yancey response paper for the Jesus I Never Knew, which is due on week 6. It is there for you at that link in the module. But I did want to go ahead and help you to get started with your first journal. And if you have any questions about that particular assignment, please do not hesitate to reach out to me via Canvas email or Point email at james.shelton@point.edu. All right. The second thing I want to touch on this week are your parable recreation instructions. And again, the parable recreation is due week 7, but there is something for you to do. And I want to thank those of you that have already reached out to me with your choice of parable for this assignment. You are to let me know which parable you are going to be recreating and reflecting on by the end of the second week of this course, which is next week. But let me go through this a little bit for you. There's some guidelines here. We're asking you to choose, actually, it says before the first week, but I'll give you until the end of the second week. Each student will choose a parable from one of the Gospels in the first week of class. Parables are some of the most dynamic and memorable teachings of Jesus that have been passed down to us. Now, I am going to have a much more of a richer video, which I'm going to do tomorrow on the parable recreation instructions. But I did want to point out this document to you and tell you that on the assigned date, and that'll be week 7, you have a choice of what you will submit. You will either upload your video to YouTube and submit the link to that assignment to me, or you will submit a PowerPoint presentation to me via the assignment link, which is included in Canvas. And whichever one of these you choose to do, either A or B, they need to include a creative retelling of the parable and your reflections on its meaning and significance to both Jesus's original audience, the early Christians, and then our contemporary context. And just below that on this PDF, you'll see that there is a link for how to upload videos to YouTube and then how to make those videos public. or unlisted. But again, that link is provided for you in the PDF, and I will be submitting a video just on the parable recreation tomorrow. So wanted to let you know about that as well. Okay, so this week we get into the class. Clicking on the instruction, the historical background of Jesus, you have a voiceover PowerPoint here at the beginning, which you should watch. It's about half an hour, but it is full of solid and great introductory, setting the historical background for what we're going to be doing in this course. You can read the overview and the learning objectives, but your assignments for this week are included here with links to the helpful documents as well. You're to read from the Stein Introduction, chapters 1 and 2, and from Philip Yancey's book, The Jesus I Never Knew, chapters 1 and 2. Again, view the lecture above, and then be sure to be reading the Gospel of Luke at your own pace in preparation for the due date for your summary of Luke, which is week 4, day 7. Again, be thinking about which parable you want to recreate for the final project, which is due week 7, day 2. I'll come back to that tomorrow. Participate in the week 1 discussion forum. Your initial response should be at least 250 words, and I am a word count stickler. I want to go ahead and let you know that up front. 250 words means to me somewhere between 225 and 275 words. So please be sure that you have written at least 225 words for your initial response. And that is due week 1, day 5. And that is every week, day 5 is Friday. So be sure to have your initial response submitted by Friday. And the reason for that is we want to give your classmates time to respond to your post. And then you are to respond to one classmate. Your response should be substantive and should be at least 100 words. Again, 75 to 125 words, which is due by next Sunday, which is the 22nd. And then, as I mentioned, when we looked at the PDF, write a journal entry on your understanding of Jesus and his mission, and you can look at the instructions for that. And that assignment is due by next Sunday, okay? I don't want to take up a lot more of your time. You can scroll through this material. Please be sure to start your week by viewing the lecture material, and you'll find, again, all of this on the module for week 1. If you have any questions, shoot an email to me via Canvas email or to my point email address at james.shelton with a T at point.edu. God bless you. I'm cheering for you, praying for you, and you can do this. Take care. Have a wonderful